Narcissists do not care if you are sick, hurt, injured, or anything else. If you're new here, I share my personal experiences having suffered from narcissistic abuse in both intimate and family relationships to help other people heal. They don't care if you just went to the hospital. They don't care if it's a really bad cold. They don't care if you have the flu. They do not care if you are sick, and they will not ever take care of you. You being sick is an inconvenience to them. During that time period, it is much harder to control you because you just don't feel very good. They don't like it when you have to actually focus on yourself and you can't focus on them full time. Let's go through just some of the examples that I have. I was with my narcissistic ex for 6.5 years. Not only would he not want to take care of me if I got sick, he would force me to be basically quarantined in another room. This is way before the days of COVID. And we're talking about even if it was just something really small like allergies. He just didn't want to hear me talking about, oh gosh, I have a stuffy nose, my sinuses, whatever. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want me also in the rest of the house contaminating the rest of the house. Again, even if it was just allergies. And I certainly was not allowed to sleep in the same bedroom as him. And no, he's not bringing me food. He's not bringing me anything. And you had better bet that if he was sick, he would expect to be babied. But yeah, there was absolutely no sympathy. There was even one time that I came home from a surgery and had to be in bed for 2 days. He still expected me to get up and make my own food. No, he's not going to take care of me in that situation. One of the big reasons the first time I went no contact with my mother was because I called her and said, I just received a really devastating health diagnosis. This was a long time ago. I'm okay. Everything's fine. But during that phone conversation, she took it upon herself to yell and scream at me about completely unrelated topics and then hang up the phone on me. At the time, I felt like I might actually die soon. That's the kind of devastating news that I received. They don't care. They don't care if you're hurting. They don't care if you need emotional support, especially if you need emotional support. No, they're not going to be there for you. My narcissistic brother had a baby. His wife had a baby during COVID. This was I think about a year into COVID. My sister-in-law went and had this child in the hospital, and when she returned home, she was forced to stay in a separate room with the baby for 2 weeks and was not allowed to leave that room. Now, this is not a whole argument about COVID and how people did or didn't overreact. That is not what we're talking about here. This did happen during COVID, but she did not have COVID. But he used COVID as an excuse for completely isolating her from her 3 other children and from him. And she had just given birth, but he refused to be anywhere near either one of them. And again, she was not even sick. She didn't even have any symptoms that she was sick. Narcissists will use any excuse that they can to control you, to isolate you, and to make sure that you know that you're not going to be taken care of. You need to fend for yourself. And so when you think about being in relationships with these kinds of people, fast forward 30, 40, 50 years. Do we really expect that when we do actually get very old and actually need our partner that we have chosen in our life to be with us, do we really expect that narcissist is going to be there? No, they are not going to take care of you if you get very sick in your old age. So ultimately, if you're going to spend your entire life just fighting for them to love you and appreciate you and to give you attention and to just treat you like a human when you're sick, only to get to the end of your life where they're definitely not going to be there for you, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time? Stop investing your time and energy and effort into people who are never, ever, ever going to repay that. You deserve more.